Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rex with the Carpentry Plus. We're here on site, ready to install this large office built-in, and we'll switch over to time lapse and take you through those processes.
First thing we'll do when getting ready to start installing cabinetry is get some flooring protection down so we don't damage these floors with ladders and tools and whatnot. Next, you can see I'm cutting and removing some sections of crown molding to make room for our cabinets. Next up, we'll assemble these support brackets. I made these up so that we can install our upper cabinetry by setting it up on these platforms. These cabinets are way too big just to hold up there and try to screw them to the wall, so this gives us a chance to set it up on a platform while we get things attached and then anchored to the wall. And once that's set up, we'll get our lasers set up just as a point of reference, and we'll also take a few measurements just to kind of get things checked out and see if we have any discrepancies and where those are at. And now we're ready to start bringing in cabinetry. Anytime now you'll see us bring in the first cabinet. And here we are. The first thing we'll do is lay it down. We actually attached our small dollies to the cabinets to get them in the house. So we'll get those off, get our cabinet staged. And it's at times like these I really start to have doubts or question building cabinets so big. It's always satisfying when everything pays off and the plan comes together, but they were heavy. No other way to get them up there but to use this platform system that we're using here. So at this point you can see the cabinets are up on that platform. Now we can take a moment. We're going to set up a walkboard, and then we'll start attaching the cabinets together. So all of this stuff was pre-drilled in the shop during our fabrication process. So all the holes are pre-drilled for us, so we can just screw them together, and we'll go through, find our studs, start anchoring the cabinets to the wall. So we've got a top row that we're getting anchored, a middle row that you can see me doing there, and then once we're done, we'll get the scaffolding out of the way and we'll attach across a bottom row. So we've got 3 rows, top, middle, and bottom. We're catching 3 studs per cabinet. So if my math is correct, that should be 27 cabinet anchors holding those uppers up in the wall. So I think that's more than plenty. All right, moving on to the little bit of the header installation here. All right, here we have a few photos of the finished crown molding and headers. So I was using my phone to record this on time lapse and got a phone call, and apparently didn't hit record after the phone call. So this kind of rounds out the upper installation. We also ran that final row of screws across the bottom, and we also, for day one, templated for the countertops. So all that I thought was getting recorded, and unfortunately it was not. So better luck next time, I suppose.
All right, folks, we're back for day 2 of this large office built-in install. Yesterday we got all the uppers in. We got the header, 2-part header and crown installed. So basically our uppers are done, and we're setting bases today. We'll get the bases set, get our desktop on, and call this thing done.
All right, so at this point we've got a couple cabinets already set on the far right and the middle there. Working on this left cabinet, it kind of gave us fits for a little bit, so we had a receptacle that we were making an access for. And we also discovered a little bit of an issue with that windowsill sticking out further than we had anticipated. So we had to add a filler strip in there to make sure our drawers would clear that windowsill. But we finally got through that, and moving on to the rest of the install. With the cabinet set, we'll attach the cabinets to the wall and attach each cabinet to each other with these 1x2s pocket screwed into each one. And while we're working on that, I'm also cutting out the flooring protection so we can set that middle cabinet, the island peninsula cabinet. And we're just about ready to bring in the countertop, desktop. We'll start by bringing in sawhorses to set the desktop on. I want to note here that, like I said earlier, we templated the countertop the day before, took that template back to the shop and made our cuts in the countertop so that when we got here for the second day, we were ready to just set this thing in place. Easier said than done when it's this big and awkward of a piece, but we were able to get it. So here you can see us bringing in the desktop. It's all wrapped in blankets. And we gotta pump up the team here. Everybody wanted to have their doubts about how this was gonna go, but finally got everybody to just trust the process, and here we go. Get it lifted in place. We'll get it kind of laid down here. We'll get it unwrapped. And once we're unwrapped, get it close to in place, and then we're ready to lift. The moment of truth. Here we go. And it fit great. This is a huge relief, as you can see by me standing off to the side. Whenever we get to this point, all the work, you can finally see we're smooth sailing from here. So at this point, we can start taking care of some of the final details. We'll get the desktop attached to the cabinetry. You can see us putting the door back on the office there. Any other final small details here and there, cleaning up, packing up tools, little touch up. And here's some final results of the process here. Like I said, it's always a huge relief when that desktop or countertop fits in place as well as this one did. All of the hard work, the templating, the careful planning came together and worked out just right. All right, we'll leave you with a few additional photos of the space. You know, I was excited about this project from day one, just the sheer size of it. I was excited about the color combination with the navy blue and the natural wood desktop. And I knew this would be a good subject for a video series like this. So, as always, thank you for watching. And be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you later.